Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. And getting ready to fight here, Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. And they'll be facing Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure to be in this. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. When are we going to see a jab from these two? No defense for that hook. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Can't find a home with that jab. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What they do, what they tell him when he goes back to the corner. How are they going to get through this?
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
God, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That hook won't score. Just missed with that hook. Just misses with that uppercut. They got out of the way. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. And a nice left hook. Right hook is finding its target. He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't have to break it down, then they get a little dirty.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Nice counter. When you're fighting a massive heavyweight like this, you can't go toe-to-toe. You gotta stick and move and use angles.
If you're standing in front of a dumper truck and you're trying to punch it back, push it back, the dumper truck is probably going to roll right over you.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. The game plan. Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. And down goes Fury. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I need to see that again.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Look at his corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the counter. Get up.
Oh my! And down goes Alexander Usyk. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not. The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. No, we don't hold that thought. Usyk. And now they're right back into the fray.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they've got shot.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace.
Whoa, Johnny. We've never seen Alexander Usyk hurt like this before.
Get your hands up. Don't take another shot.
Oh my, the Ukrainian. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. How about that technique on that headshot? One, two, three. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. A lot. Here we go to the fourth round. They got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Usyk might go down here. Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the Alexander.
This bout is scheduled.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this show. Here we go for round one. Nice lead hook. That hook had to hurt. Nice counter shot. Straight right, just misses. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you have...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Hold that thought. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here. The unified heavyweight champion is down. How about that impact? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. There can only be one.
This bout.
So much hype surrounding this. athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Down goes Kevin Kelly. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
A shot from the gods took him out. 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. Then they get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Hold that thought. Lomachenko in trouble. Lomachenko on the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay there.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up and suck it up and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's not so hard for a fighter.
You couldn't ride a script. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
And there's the bell for round 2. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs.
Kelly couldn't take any more. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. Down goes Lomachenko. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe-for-toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but look how long. Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. Look at that. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
These two, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. men were knocked down, and they both got up in that round. On to the third. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
That is showing the fitness. That is showing the stamina. That is showing the...
There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You have certain fighters that are born for this. That are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there. That is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted. It's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. Kevin Kelly has to go down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
We've got high hope. Terrence.
This bout.
So they stare into each other. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. Both of these athletes' gas tanks are going to be tested. Endurance will be the key on an afternoon like this one.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just arm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch out, but I thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter puncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Carrying away the right hook. Good defense to block the hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Sugar Ray Leonard days! Disaster. Hold that thought! Oh, Leonard just got... Sugar Ray is down on the canvas! I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, it can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. Then they get back.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Leonard in that match. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? It's staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement with left to right, left forward, left backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighter.
His stamina is off the charts. The charts action from both of these fighters. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Sugar Ray's in trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
Good defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Straight right, just very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who had... And there's the bell to start round four. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Leonard took a big shot and down he goes. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Where did that come from? What?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Look at his corner, look for the restrictions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The corner now is down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, got freshen up, boom, different tactics.
Crawford is dazed. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. And as we watch it again, that punch took the... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Crawford, do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a... And there's the bell for round 5. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Can't find a home with that jab. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And down goes Crawford. And as we...
Number 1, there ain't room for 2. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2, but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready. Who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number 1, there ain't room for 2. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2, but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number 1, there ain't room for 2. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2, but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Who wants it? Ready for anybody? I got this. They say you can learn from your losses, but victory tastes sweet like chocolates. Top of the game, you can't top this. Permanent sauce, never lost it. You came in the game and you flopped it. I came in the game and I bossed it. That's why me and you are different. I'm ahead, you lot are in the distance. Stay persistent and consistent. I'm the king now, this is my kingdom. Ready for takeoff, watch how I lift it.
They call this El Nino de Oro. It's Jorge Linares, one of the greatest fighters in the history of Venezuela. Who...
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure it is to... Here we go for round 1. The straight right just misses. down with that counter shot. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. What a fitting stage for this grudge match. Uber tough Scott Quigg can't take it anymore. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four. Do you still want to fight?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he's a small blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
He can turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Quigg has got to do something here. Disaster averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Quigg in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knock. And there's the bell for round two. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
He threw a punch and just got countered. A straight right. Ooh, right there. Scott Quigg just got belted. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
It's all hands on deck now as Scott Quigg is in some big-time trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, John. Scott Quigg just got belted. Scott Quigg, down he goes. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.
So much energy here in the house tonight. We're at the first.
This bout,
one of the hottest. And there's the bell for round one. They got out of the way of that right hook. It's all offense all the time. Nice hook. What a fitting stage for this grudge match. This theater has seen a lot of drama over the years, but perhaps none more compelling than this.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Defense is not an option for these two. That hook won't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about breakus in that last round. After what we saw in that last... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won it hands down.
And breakus just got caught.